Hi, welcome to Math 251, Statistics for Science. My name is Clark Loveridge. You can call me Clark with no title. I'll be your instructor. Statistics is typically used to make predictions about a population based on a sample. For example, a sample of a few thousand voters would be used to predict how millions of voters are going to vote in an election. It would be very expensive to ask millions of voters how they're going to vote. Um, so it's and usually if you choose your sample carefully, usually you can be pretty accurately predict the election from a sample of a few thousand voters. Um, Likewise, if you want to predict which television show millions of television viewers are going to be watching. You can take a poll of a few thousand television viewers and use that to make predictions about which shows millions of viewers are watching, and the advertising rates are then based on those numbers. So if it appears that a show is um, being watched by a lot of people, the advertisers are willing to pay more for an ad on those shows. Um, and It's also used in medicine. If you want to test a new drug, usually you would test it on a few hundred patients before you test it on millions of patients. So if you test it on a few hundred patients and it goes good, then you're ready to try it out on millions of patients. So it's used in a lot. Statistics are used in a lot of different fields: business, science, medicine, and it's an important area of study. Um, and So I'm going to share my screen here um, to access. Uh, to access the course in Canvas, you want to go to Canvas and click on our course here, Math 251, and uh, right now it's showing are the weekly modules. Um, and Let's start with the syllabus. On the sidebar, we have some options: syllabus, modules, files, grades, so forth. Let's click on syllabus here on the sidebar. So this is the syllabus, and has a little bit about myself, office hours. Textbook is an open resource textbook. So it's available in the course files for free download. It's a PDF file. You can download it for free. If you want a hard copy, it's around $50. It looks something like this. And But you can get it for free in the course files. And In addition to, so the textbook itself is free, but you'll need to pay for some courseware that goes with the book. It's Webassign. Um, and you the Webassign courseware will be you'll be using that to submit your homework assignments and also your exams. Um, so you can get there if you go to webassign.net, or if here's a link here, you can click on this link from the syllabus. Um, and The first time you go there, you'll need to enter your class key. So there's a class key in the syllabus. It's letters, numbers, and spaces. So it'll be CCP space, and then four numbers, and then a space, and then another four numbers. And that's in the syllabus. So the first time you go into WebAssign, you'll have to enter the class key. They'll also ask you for an access code, but um, if you have it, you can put that in, or if you're ready to buy it, you can buy it at that time. Um, but if you're not ready to put in the access code, it, it may not be obvious, but there is a link where you can continue as to use WebAssign for 2 weeks on a trial basis. So if you're not able to put in the access code right away, but you can do that. But you have to at least put in the class key, and both the class key and the access code you only have to put in once. Once you put in the class key, um, it'll it'll take you through the process of setting up an account. And part of that process is to tell them your email. And you could, if you want, you could use your CCP email, or if you prefer, you could use a different email. Just whatever email address you would like to use when in accessing Webassign. Um, and let's see, okay, so the anyway, that's and then they'll ask for to make up a password too, and try to make it something that you'll remember. Okay, so let me um, go back to Canvas here. Um, okay, so here I am in Canvas. Okay, so I recommend a two variable calculator such as the TI-30X 2. Make sure it has Roman numeral 2. They'll get Roman numeral 2. Um, it does the two variable statistic. The, without the Roman numeral 2, it only does one variable statistic. So this is what it looks like here. Um, but anyway, so that's the calculator that I recommend. Um, some of the computations are pretty long, so you probably want to use a calculator on that. Um, the grading system, there's uh, 15 weekly discussion. There's 15 weeks, a weekly discussion, 15 weeks, 5 points per week. Um, you access the discussions through the modules in Canvas. I'll go to the modules shortly here. Homework, weekly homework that's in Webassign, 5 points per week, 75 points. Um, 3 unit exams, 100 points each, 300 points. Uh, Subtotal, not counting the final exam, is 450 points. I count the final exam as one of two ways, either 150 points out of 600, it's about 25% of your grade, or 1050 points out of 1500, which would be 70% of your grade. I'll count it which way is, whichever way is to your advantage. So if you do better on the final, it's going to be worth more. If you do worse on the final, it's not worth as much. Um, and yeah, there's some opportunities for getting involved in clubs and extracurricular activities. You can click on these links. Uh, Studies have shown that students that get involved in extracurricular activities tend to be more likely to graduate. Um, I think the personal connections that kind of helps with motivation to to persist in school. So that's recommended. Um, okay, so let's go to the modules here. On the sidebar, we have syllabus modules files. I'll click on the modules. So there's weekly modules, and each week there's a link to WebAssign where you can do the homework, and there's also a link to discussion. Um, the initial discussion post, I like you to do that by Wednesday of each week, and then respond to two other learners by Saturday of each week. The homework due by Saturday of each week. I have office hours, weekly office hours. You can attend in person in room B218 on main campus, or you can click on the Zoom link here in the office hours. There'll be a Zoom link there in the syllabus. Um, and then week one, we also have some YouTube videos for the topics of that week. So the first week we have graphs, measure the position, and measure the center. And so that's the first week. The second week, um, we're going to have some YouTube videos, measure the spread, and uh, another discussion, link to discussion, and Webassign. So there's going to be links to videos each week, weekly discussions, and also a link to Webassign for the homework. Okay, so let's go to files. If we click on files, This is where you'll find the book. So it's the second file in here is actually a textbook. There's also a more detailed syllabus here. If you want to click on this syllabus, the PDF version of the syllabus, link to formulas and tables. Um, let's see. That's, formulas and tables will mostly use later in the course. Um, and there's a link to student submissions. If you want to see, take a look at student submissions from previous semesters, or they also are. I like these because they're examples of how statistics are used. So we have some different folders here under student submissions. The first one is bar graphs, and if you click on that, you'll see some examples of bar graphs that were submitted by students. Um, uh, and if you click on transcripts, uh, these are basically lecture notes. They cover the same they have the same information as what's in the videos, but if you prefer to see it in a written form rather than watching a video, you can open up these files. You can download them if you want. Um, and the grades, I'm going to click on. I use a different link here to get to grades, but if you click on grades, you can access your grades there. I'm going to click on a different link here. Um, this is this so this is this link is that I clicked is goes into the grade book, but it's not in the student link here. But anyway, the week 1D, that's the week 1 discussion. I will put these grades in, so you don't really have to do anything with these. Um, but if you wanted if you want to put in like a temporary number for what if I got a 5 on this discussion, what would that do to my overall average? You can put those numbers in there, but they don't stay there. I, I put um, the grades in as the work is completed. Usually the discussions and the homework and the exams will be due on Saturday, and I'll usually update the grades on Sunday or Monday of each week. So we have week 1 discussion, week 2 discussion, week 3 discussion. They're up to 5 points each. And then we have the homework assignments and Webassign, week 1 homework, week 2 homework, etc. They're 5 points each. And then we have the exam unit exams in weeks 4, 8, and 13. And then we have the final exam. Now, the final exam appears here twice, but there's only one final exam in Webassign. So if you do well on the final exam, I'm going to it'll be worth 1050 out of 1500 points or 70% of your grade. So I would fill in this second final exam. I'll leave the other one blank. If you do worse on the final exam than you did before taking the final, then this is going to be worth 150 points out of 600 or 25% of your grade. I would fill that exam in there, leave the other one blank. So I'd fill in whichever uh, uh, final exam weight is going to give you the higher grade for the course, and I'll leave the other one blank. So I think that's pretty much covers everything. I look forward to seeing you in the fall, and when the semester starts, rather, be it fall or spring. Um, but I look forward to you uh, seeing you when the semester starts. And uh, so that's it for now. You can you can once you sign up for the course, um, you can access these. Um, you can click on the links to the YouTube videos if you want to watch those. You can access the course in Canvas. You can also sign up for Webassign, but you can't actually access the assignments in Webassign until the course actually starts. So anyway, I look forward to seeing you when the semester starts, and that's it for now.